with the condition, with the slums? Have you heard about it yet?
Oh, no.
It's
I
your
hope
first time
he's
hearing
doing good. Yes, sir, yeah. Hope he's doing good. No, I'm not familiar with the situation.
Are you surprised about that?
Yes, sir, because we just got here.
DK, you were dealing with not a similar situation, but you went to the hospital in Baltimore. Just kind of what happened and how are you feeling now?
I'm good.
The scary situation. I mean, having to come off the team plane, go to the hospital. It's not how post-game typically works.
Right, yeah, I'm good.
DK, you guys uncorked the deep ball last week after it not working for a month. What does that say about you guys' ability to turn it on when you guys really need to in a rivalry game like that?
I don't feel like we should be able to turn it on or off. I think it should always be on. So, yeah, hopefully things change moving forward.
DK, what can you guys do to build off of that passing performance that you guys had in Baltimore and continue that through the final few games here?
Continue to find weaknesses in defenses and continue to exploit that, moving forward.
How different is this week's challenge? It seems like Miami runs a lot more cover too.
There's still holes in zone defenses that we still have to exploit. But if they're going to sit in too high, we have to be able to run the ball as well.
Aaron talked about the details from MVS and from Adam and how them being able to just be in the same place every time that you guys needed was so important. Can you talk about what that does for you guys as a whole when you're executing different passing concepts?
Yes, sir. I think it just speaks as the caliber of players they are for them to get here, know that they're going to be elevated on like a Thursday, and then for them to get themselves ready. I thought was a big deal. They stayed here late after everybody was leaving, and made sure that they were on the details. They asked a lot of questions, so I think it spoke to the professionals they are more than anything.
DK, Aaron also said you were on one Thursday and Friday in practice. What does that look like when you're on one in practice?
No, I think I just was feeling the need to say something about the lack of details with everybody, including myself. So I think just being more vocal in that aspect was what he meant. Nothing like a sight to see or anything.
Is that something you're more comfortable doing now in December with this team than you would have been when you came in?
Oh yes, sir.
Initially?
Yeah, because I'm not trying to get here, in May or April and just start speaking. I got to get to know my teammates. Got to give them a chance to get to know me and the type of player that I am.
How'd
Did
they
you
respond,
see that?
you think? Good. I mean,
we won. Put up a lot of points, so yeah, I think the response was good.
DK, you're seeing that carrying over so far this week?
What?
As far as that type of mentality that you guys need going forward?
Oh, yes, sir, because we know what's at stake. We know what winning looks like. We know what I think we still have yet to play our best football game because we had a little lull in the second half, but we're definitely headed in the right direction.
DK, is it simple as just the coverage they showed you? You particular in the team in general against Baltimore, why the deep game was working so well?
I think they just decided to play us in more man than the previous game, so we had a chance to exploit that for sure.
What's enjoyable, I guess maybe that may not be the right word, but about a Monday night primetime game, but knowing as cold as it's going to be, like these late December football games?
I mean, we know what we signed up for, so I don't think it's any surprise of, the weather conditions. They shouldn't play a factor, but primetime shouldn't play a factor either because, they're still trying to come in here and beat us, and they're a hot team right now, so, we still got a tough task ahead of us, but I think we're ready for it. We showed that we can move the ball down the field, so hopefully, that scares them a little bit to get them more too high. But like I said, man, they're hot, and we got a tough task ahead.
How important is it to set the tone the way that you guys did a week ago against Baltimore to come out and have that aggressive posture again in Monday night?
I think it's just going out there and just executing our plan and making them stop us at the end of the day. Once we do that, we're able to put points on the board and give the defense a rest.
You weren't volunteered to do any gunner work again this week if the moment requires?
If that moment requires a very rare moment, yes, sir, but not looking forward to it. No, there's a different world out there, so I definitely commend every gunner around the league after taking that rep.
You never got to play with him while he was here, but Minkah Fitzpatrick was part of this team for a long time. Now he's a big part of their secondary, playing a lot in the slot. What do you guys take note of as far as what he does well and how you have to counter that?
I think he's a great professional, a great player. Been playing against him since he was at Bama, so looking forward to that matchup. Against a very good football player.
DK, Mike was saying after the game that you guys woke up aggressive. How do you make sure that you guys wake up aggressive Monday night against Miami?
Wake up aggressive, I guess.
I mean,
wake up aggressive.
Is that hard to do for a primetime game? With having to wait longer and everything?
No, I think like I said, we know what's at stake, and we know we got to go out there and dominate the rest of these games, and leading into the playoffs. So, what better opportunity to do that than on primetime?
Derrick, you've had time to kind of just watch the team play without you. What have you noticed about things that you guys as a team need to do better, and then things you look back and you say, hey, this is what I look forward to doing better when you're back out there?
Truthfully, I feel like as a unit, as a defense, we're playing together. We're doing our jobs together. Guys doing their assignments at the end of the day, and really just got to continue to do it at a high level.
Derrick, are you aware that the average rushing yards against is about 100 yards more when you don't play?
I try not to look into that, man. I try when I'm in and playing game and just play my best ball and help the team win.
How you feeling? You optimistic that you might be able to go this Monday?
Yeah, I'm optimistic, man. Really just trying to take it day by day, and really, once my number called and get it back out there, man, I'm kind of getting impatient, but it's part of the game.
Does
How
the extra
tough
day
is it?
help?
You mentioned the impatience. I mean, how tough has it been to kind of work through this and deal with the second knee injury that's sidelined?
For me, it's kind of tough because I haven't been a type of guy that got injured a lot. Then I come to NFL, and it happened twice in my rookie year, so it's kind of hard, but, it's part of the game, so I just got to stay optimistic and really just stay the course.
You guys have faced some really good running teams, Colts, Ravens, Bills, but this Dolphins team's another one. What do they do with David Vaughn A-Chain that you guys have to be aware of?
They like to get that ball in the perimeter and outside, man, and we got to set them edges and feed the ball back inside to all the guys this, and I feel like we got a good plan this week for that.
Derrick, was there anything that you learned during that first stretch when you were injured that sort of helped you apply, not even though it's a different injury, but in terms of like sort of the protocols and sort of like the process, and so maybe you're a little more, maybe not as edgy isn't the right word, but as anxious as you were maybe the first time?
I won't say nothing really changed. This go around was really for me just staying positive, man. The first go around, I don't feel like I was really as positive. This one, I'm just trying to stay as positive as I can and throughout this process.
What about up there?
Same one.
Is it a similar injury? Is it a different type of injury?
One more time?
Is it a different type of injury?
Yes, sir.
What do you do to stay positive?
Just being in the building, man, and showing up to meetings and still preparing like I'm still going to play the game. Well, that's how I look at it.
Miami, what about them up front? I mean, they're known for having some mobile offensive linemen, particularly the center.
Yeah, that center, he's athletic, man, getting to that second level quick and doing his job at that second level, man. Got to put hands on him so he can stop getting to that second level to our linebackers.
What have you learned about Mike Tomlin in the last month or so? What kind of presence has he been in meetings in the locker room? As this season has kind of gone up and down, been a little bit of a
I love Coach T, man. I feel like he's the same guy, win or lose, bring the same energy every week. Never gonna let his team go down or be too high or be too low, and I love that about Coach T.
So how much does that stabilize you guys as a locker room?
A lot. We keep the inside noise inside, outside noise outside.
There's a school of thought or a narrative out there, the rookie ball thing. You missed 4 games in a way. You're going to play a college schedule, 13 games if you play. Is there a? Do you feel fresh right now? Do you feel going on the stretch that you might not have otherwise?
Yes, sir.
What do you think it says about this defense with all the injuries you guys have sustained? Not just, you over the past week, we got 3 D linemen on injured reserve. Deshaun Elliott, Kyle Dundon missed this last game. Patrick Queen's been hurt. What does it say about this defense that you guys are able to play through those things?
How determined and how our mentality is as far as next man up. That's a big thing in this football world. And once the guy goes down, you got to bring the next man up. Nothing falls off.
Play gunner after never playing gunner, and it's like Coach Thomas said, the moment was thick. You cut the air with a knife. So for him to do that was pretty cool.
Did you guys show yourselves anything with the effort in that Baltimore game, or did you win it because of the effort?
I mean, that's just how you play football. You got to play with effort. So we know just got to play hard, give ourselves a chance to win, and this is a big week for us.
Is that repeatable?
100%, yeah. Just got to go out there, play hard, prepare the right way throughout the week. I thought we had a great week last week, so just, this week's just as big as last week. We can't put any game on a pedestal, and we got to have a great week of preparation and go out there Monday night and play like that again.
What was that conversation like with DK when he said, hey, like, your hand's not doing great, I'm going to go in? Like, what went through your mind?
Well, he was already on the field, so I went out there to line up. He said, I got it. He kind of looked at me crazy. And, there's a play clock, so I didn't really want to, fight him on the field because that could have been, pretty bad. So I was like, in my mind, it was like, okay, DK's got this side. There's 2 gunners out there. So I went over to Brandon Eccles. I was like, yo, I got this side. He looked at me. He's about to go play defense. He was like, all right, bet. Like, you take this side. So I wanted to be on the field in that situation because I feel like I cover kicks for a living, and it was a big moment. So, yeah.
What kind of mentality does it take to be a gunner like that? And did you always have that mentality as a football player?
To answer the first part of the question, you're going to get kicked sometimes, especially when you're getting doubled. It's a sign of respect, but it's 2 grown men against 1. You got to, you're going to lose some, but you got to just have grit and keep fighting back. It's not always going to be clean. So yeah, that's the first part of that. And if you're not getting doubled, you're probably not going to be in the league that long. That means that the other team doesn't really respect you much. So I kind of take offense to not getting double teamed. And then to answer the second part, I don't think I always had that as a football player. I think I always played hard, but I think my year at Notre Dame really molded me. I think that culture there really helped me become the player I am. Just Coach Kelly did a great job there with the culture, and Coach Bayless, the strength coach. It was the hardest strength program I've ever been through. So I think that was a big year in my football development.
Did you notice that? I mean, viral might be a strong word, but the clip from the last game. I mean, it probably happens to you more than we think, and getting blocked out of bounds, 2 guys fighting through it and all that. Did you see it go? People talking about it, I guess.
Yeah, the NFL asked me to collab on the post, and that doesn't really happen too much. So I collabed with it on Instagram, and I didn't realize it was blow up like that. My phone kept blowing up. I had to turn the notifications off and everything. But yeah, if there's a camera on me every rep, I'd say there'd be a handful of those each year.
The end of that play, you threw the 1 guy down. Were you aware it was over, or did you just have enough and figure that was appropriate at the time?
Yeah, I just kind of played through the echo of the whistle. So he was trying to put me on the ground, and I just put him on the ground, I guess.
I mean, the ball was dead at that point, or?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Talk a little bit about the TJ situation here. I mean, some things are bigger than football, and it seems like this is one of those cases.
Yeah, I mean, we've been checking on him just throughout yesterday and throughout this morning, and so we know that he's doing better. But it definitely hurts. One of your teammates is in the hospital, and so we just been reaching out to him, knowing that we're praying for him. But he's been getting better. So it's definitely a scary situation, a tough situation, and so like I said, I've just been praying for him. I know he's getting better.
Do you guys have any contact with him? What are his spirits like right now, just when you get to talk to him?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think his spirits are good. Like I said, he's getting better. I saw him yesterday when he was in here, and so like I said, I've just been reaching out and been praying for him to get better. So no, he is, and hopefully he'll be ready for the Sunday. But we'll see what happens. But like I said, it sucks when one of your teammates is in a situation like this, a scary situation. And so I think it's just all reaching out, knowing, want to know that we're here for him.
Continue to do what we've been doing. I think there's not really one thing that was different than what had been going on in the past. Like I said, I think we had a really good week of practice. Aaron was throwing the ball great. The receiver was running the routes right. There wasn't a lot of correction to be made throughout the week, and I think that translated over to Sunday. And a lot of the plays that were made on Sunday were the same plays that were made in practice, and I think that was something that was good for Aaron to see, throwing the ball down the field. I think the one that he threw to DK on the first play of the game is a rep that we had, same throw, same sideline. So that same throw was made in practice, and that's why you've seen it made on Sunday.